Hi everybody, it's Janet with Fruit of the Vine Art Studio. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Let me just see if I can pull it up on the computer real fast here. Of course, it went to sleep while I was getting stuff set up. There we go. That way when you hop on, I'd love it if you'd just say, hey, tell me where you're watching from. I'd really appreciate hearing from you. Like I posted on there, did you know that Earth without art is just Never really thought about it, did you? But it certainly is, and it's so true, isn't it? Let's show the Earth a little bit of love on this Earth Day. I've got this fun little painting I'm going to make with you tonight here. We've got a little set of hands holding the Earth. It's a little heart-shaped Earth, too. Yeah. And it's got a couple of vines going up around it. It's just a fun little painting just for the fun of it, to celebrate Earth Day this year. All right, so I'm going to tilt you guys down and we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll tell you about some of the colors that I'm going to use. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you're not just looking at my big old messy stuff here all over the table. There we go. Yes, I can see that, Steve. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you making a comment for me, and that way I know you're out there. Now, I was going to write Happy Earth Day on here, and I decided against that because it all becomes so backwards when I'm writing stuff here on Facebook because my phone doesn't have that capability to flip it. So I thought the better idea then is just going to be, don't worry about writing anything on it. Instead, we're just going to go ahead and just paint it. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint these hands with just a natural beige. And I'm just going to use this little brush right here, this little flat brush. And I'm just going to paint these hands in right here. Bring it down. Now the hands just kind of go off into nowhere, and I'm not worried about that right now. We're going to blend it in with the background when we get it going here. Now you can make these any color that you want. I just happened to have the beige right as soon as I turned around. That was the first one I saw, so that's what I grabbed. If you're interested in the template for this, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. Just send an email to fotvart@gmail.com, and I'll send you the template. Just say that you're looking for the Earth Day template, and I'll be happy to send it to you. Just going to go over here and work on this little hand a little bit. There we go. Just going to kind of blend it down in here around that leaf. Not too worried about that. And we'll just wipe off that little glob that I got going there. Ooh, goodness. And then I'll just drop my brush. How about that? That's all right. That's not a big deal. You know what you do when something like that happens? You just take... Let's see, I haven't even dirtied up my water yet. You just take your water, clean water, and get a little bit on a paper towel. And you just sop it up. And away it goes. Just like that. Get it while it's still wet, as soon as you do it. You know, it doesn't hurt to make a mistake. Hey, Gina. Appreciate you being here. Hope everything's going well for you. Hope you had a good Easter. We really didn't do much here. David, we were supposed to go over to David and Jessica's, but everybody ended up sick over there, over at their house. So they said they would do it on another weekend, and we had talked about this weekend, but then Jess got to work, so we can't do it this weekend. So we're going to do it the weekend after that. So I guess like the weekend of Mother's Day. So that'll be something fun to look forward to. We just ate here, just me and Steven. It was still a nice day, though. It was a nice, quiet day. Okay. Now we got the hands filled in. I filled in that little spot back there because that's just going to be the back part of the hand in that spot. So we've got that filled in there. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of this Caribbean blue here. And we're going to do the water. It's a very pretty color. Caribbean blue. Now I'm upside down and I need to look at where I'm at because I don't want to end up coloring the earth. Yeah, this is going to be water over in here. Over this way, up around in this little area. It's funny, you know, like when you're drawing it, you know exactly what you're drawing, but then when you get it upside down, you're looking at it and it's like everything's a little bit off, just a little bit off. There we go. This is going to be water. Right in here. Give it a nice little curve at the top to turn it into a little earth heart so that we could show the earth a little love. Just need some music playing in the background here. Over here is going to be water. This little thing that you see here in pencil is a cheek. It's going to be a pink color, so I've just kind of got it penciled in here. It goes like this, I believe. Goes right there, just like that. There we go. Right around through there. Just a little bit right there. All right, and then we're going to go over to this side right here. Just pull this through. I had a therapeutic art class today, and we made that Create Your Own Sunshine plaque, and they did such an amazing job on these things, you guys. I was floored by what all they did. They were so unique and so individualized. I mean, they always are. They are always very unique and very individualized. But they had such different visions for what they were doing with them and made their backgrounds so different. And I mean, it was just fantastic. I really loved what they did. It turned out so well. I'm going to post a reel. You'll see the reel on the page here. That'll be, I guess, tomorrow morning. I'll post that reel of what all they got, their plaques that they made, the Create Your Own Sunshine plaques. And they just look so fantastic. It is so cool. Their backgrounds, the colors they're using. I mean, we've got one that had a black background with all kinds of like pastel colors on the writing. And it just really showed up so pretty. And then there was one that was on like a reddish color background. And she turned her little flower into a smiley face flower, and it was so cute looking. And then one of the girls, she took hers and put a full background on it. I mean, she had like a clouds in the background in the sky, and then she had some dirt, and then she had some darker dirt down near the bottom, and she took her flower and had it coming up out of the ground, had stem coming out, and all kinds of little other flowers and birds in the background in the sky. It was so cool looking. They were so vastly different. All of them were. They were so pretty, so pretty. So be looking for that reel to come out tomorrow. It's got all of their different designs that they did. And I'm going to post those too, just the pictures of them, because they're so pretty. And I love how they turned out. And it's amazing, people's creativity. I just love it. I just love people's creativity, what they do with it when you know, it's like just give them the colors and say go. It's like, wow, I can't believe you made that, man. That is so cool looking. Well, not that I can't believe you. You know what I mean. It's like, wow, that turned out fantastic. I can believe you made that. I'm so impressed with what you made. They are so pretty. And that's a great kit. That is a truly great kit. Now, I've got another kit we'll be doing real soon that's got the mason jar. And the mason jar has a little bee on it and a sunshine. And it says, welcome. And it's real cute, too. I think that's going to be a really fun one to do. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I'm trying to get like where I've got this extra glob of paint right here. And I'm just using it up in different spots where it looks still a little bit thin. But that looks like a pretty good ocean color, if you ask me. All right, now we're going to get a little bit of green. I didn't pull any pink out, did I? But I need just a touch of pink for his little pinky cheeks. Give that a little whisk. Yep, right there's pink. Nothing to worry about. That's what I like about that thing behind me. It's just got everything on it, and I can just turn around and just grab what I need. You look, it's just there. Okay, and then we're just going to fill in this part of it with this green. I'm using an apple tart, which is a nice, bright, happy, springy looking green to go along with that Caribbean blue that we used for the ocean. Let's do that right in there, right around this little eyeball. I do like these little flat brushes. You can just use just the tippiest corner of it, and they've got such great control. And these are just, I mean, this is an artist loft. So it's, you know, not an expensive brush. It's very economical, and they work great. Of course, they don't last forever. They last a pretty good long time, though, if you take care of them. Just, you know, wash them out. I put a little bit of soap in there, just a little bit of soap. And I go to wash them out after I get done painting. Get this over here. Fill this little spot in down here. In South Africa. South America, cracking myself up over here. Yeah, it's all upside down and backwards, but it's not that upside down and backwards, is it? I'm a nut. Hey, Amber, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate that. I'm taking a trip around the world to all the places where I don't even know where I'm talking about. Yes. Now we're up here in North America. Up here's Canada and all that there good stuff, folks. Yeah, I kind of know what this is here. Only on occasion. Down there in South America. There we go. Now we're getting this filled in here. And I'll quit talking about where they are. There we go. Take care of it right there. Now we've got all all of the land filled in with a little bit of green. Let's put a little bit, just a little bit more in some spot there. Let me add just a little bit of a grass green to it. Just a smidgen of the grass green and that really light green. Just get a little bit different. Just a little bit different look. There we go, and then we're just going to kind of take that and kind of just go around the edges. Just kind of patting it and tapping it around the edges. There we go. Turn the brush this way. Got a little bit off the page there. That's all right. We're going to make the background more of a darker blue, so that's okay. Then we got a little bit of shading right in here. Just underneath the thumb. And a little on the side. Just for a little bit of roundness. There we go. Keep getting my hand in that. Waiting on that to dry before I do the back. Before I get that background. Before I do that. So we're just going to put a little bit of this darker green. Just right along the edges. Right by the thumb. Yeah, we're missing a couple of little islands and so forth too, aren't we? But that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about that in the least. It's okay. We know they're there. They know they're there. There we go. Just darkening it up a little bit there. There. See how it made it look just a little bit better? Kind of gave the earth a little bit more of a land type look to it there. Get that just a little rinse real quick. And I'm just going to get, actually I think for this pink, since I'm going to use such a small amount of pink, I'm just going to take the lid, open it up. It's just squirting it out. Rinse my brush well because I don't want no green going into my pink. Just get me a little bit on my brush. And we're just going to give her some pretty pink cheeks. Now, you want to know some fun, interesting facts about Earth Day? I did look up a couple of fun little facts about Earth Day. Because, you know, really, what is Earth Day? Where did this come from? What is Earth Day? Did you know that back in the early 60s, a senator by the name of Gaylord Nelson conceived Earth Day? And what did he actually conceive Earth Day to be? It was a time for you to have awareness of what you could do to help protect the planet. Let me get just a little more pink right there. Just darken that up. For what you could do to help protect the planet. That was the whole idea. And that was in the early 60s. That Gaylord Nelson, and he was a senator, he conceived it. And it was his idea. And about after that time, by 1966, after he conceived the idea of it and he brought it forth and had people talking about it and so forth, by 1966, California had started emissions testing. So that was one of the first things that happened after we started talking about taking care of the earth. So now you see his cute little pink cheeks on there. I'm going to add a little bit of that pink to this beige and get a little bit of another color going on right there. And I'm just going to take that and run it right along here on the hand for a little bit of shading right in here, right along here on this hand. It's just a darker pinkish color. I don't know how well it shows for you guys, but I can see it. I can see it right along the inside of the palm area. Right in here. A little bit on the front. For like a little bit of a fingernail look. We're not going to worry about the fingernail. We're not going to even actually draw it in there. But there we go. So I don't know if that even will show for where you guys are at, but it's just a little bit of pink to add around the hands to where it just kind of gives them a little bit of more of a better tone to it. Hey, Veronica, thanks for joining me. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is adorable. Thank you, Veronica. Oh, and Amber says, Birdie says it's pretty. Thank you, Birdie. I hope you guys are doing good. I know they said you all was sick, too. Everybody's been sick, I think. Goodness. Get well so we can get together. Okay, so now we're going to work on our little vines back here. And for that, I've got that darker green out here. That was, actually it was grass green. That was the darker green that I pulled out, was a grass green. So I'm just going to rinse this off a little bit here. Now, what I was saying there was, you know, that Earth Day. Earth Day always happens on April 22nd. And as I said, it was conceived in the early 60s by Senator Galen Nelson. Now, by the 1970, that was the first official Earth Day. And that was here in America. In 1970, the first official Earth Day. And that started in the United States. By 1990, Earth Day had gone global. So everybody was celebrating, well, not everybody, but 1 billion people recognize Earth Day each year. So there's another little fun fact for you. 1 billion people recognize Earth Day each year. Now, I also need to mention that in the 1970s, after we created Earth Day, we also created the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. Now, that was in the 1970s. So early 60s, we started out with the conception of let's have an Earth Day, let's pay attention to the Earth, let's do better, let's try to protect what we've got here, let's take care of our planet. That was the early 60s with the senator's ideas. And by 66, we had started the emissions testing on cars. You would have to take your car to the, I forget what they call it, the safety lane to get your stickers to where you could, you know, your car was street worthy, so to speak. You had to get your emissions done and all of that stuff. So that was another concept that, or another thing that came into play after we got Earth Day started. Also, that was the Clean Air Act, and what was the other one? I wrote it down. The Clean Air Act and the Clean Water and Endangered Species Act also was due to Earth Day. That was another thing that was due to Earth Day, those particular things. So, you know, Earth Day it's been around now for, gosh, 50 years, 52 years or so. It was, you know, first officially recognized in 1970 here in the United States anyway, but actually the conception of it was in the early 60s. So it's been around for about 60 years. And, you know, I was thinking to myself, I was a young kid in the 70s, so I don't remember really they said that, you know, they came around to the schools and they did all kinds of stuff. Now, I remember Earth Day. I'm not saying I don't remember that. I remember Arbor Day, where we would get a little tree and everybody plant a tree. Earth Day, you would learn, you know, about clean water and things like that, how to take care of the earth, why you don't want to just throw your trash into the river. You know, there's reasons why you don't do that. When I was a kid, we burned all of the trash. My dad actually the incinerator was right around, that was the incinerator, and the trash all went there and got burned. Now, we don't do that anymore here, at least not in my part of America. We don't do that. We have landfills, which is another way of trying to take care of the trash that we create. We've got so much trash. I read what was the statistics of how much junk mail alone we get delivered every year, and it's just mind-boggling the amount of paper and stuff that's just all over that we just don't even really think about. Go paperless. That's one thing you can do. Go paperless as much as you can. The trees will appreciate it. Won't throw their apples at you as you go by. That's my thought. So I'm not preaching at you here. I do believe we need to take care of this earth. I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but we do need to take care of it and appreciate what we have here. Another goofy fact or a fun fact is Earth Day is also known as International Mother Earth Day. So internationally, it's maybe not called Earth Day. International Mother Earth Day. So those are just some fun things, I thought the best fact was that, when you think about Earth without art, it's just which I think would make a really cute thing. You could write that as your saying on here too. That would be real cute. So we're just filling these in with this green, this grass green that I got going here, and it's hard to get it to cover over top of this vine that I drew with that black marker, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. We know it's here, and we're going to go around behind the background with some dark blue in a second. Kind of getting fat right there, isn't it? That's all right. We're not going to worry about that either. We're just going to fill it in. We're going to add some light green to it for highlights, and we'll put a little black and a little white on there for some fun little highlights just to make it pop out a little bit more. And then we'll work on putting that blue background on there. And I think I'm going to do a dark blue. I've got my dark blue out over here. And that's, my husband says, well, you could put a vine next to it for the fruit of the vine. And I thought, oh, isn't that a cute idea? I'm going to do that. I'll put 2 little vines on the sides for the fruit of the vine. And there we go. And like I said, if anybody would like the template, all you need to do is just send an email to FOTVart. FOTV. Think about that. Fruit of the vine. FOTVart@gmail.com. And I will send you the template for this. And you can have your own little Earth Day party and paint at your place with the kids. Or just paint yourself. It doesn't require having kids. My kids are grown. I still paint. Although I love to paint with the kids too. There we go. Just got a couple more to go right here. Now, I do want you guys to note I am having a free virtual event on May 17th, and it's easy for me to remember. It's my 2-year anniversary with Fruit of the Vine Art Studio. So I am doing a free virtual event, and it's another one of my photo challenges. If you've been with me before, then you know about the photo challenges. We've done the covered bridge, we've done the red barn, we've done the brown barn. We've done 4 or 5 different, the Key West lighthouse. So we take photos that I've taken, or photos that I've been given permission to use. And from the photo, we create a painting. Now, do we create a replica? No, we don't. It's fun art, not fine art. Although it's still, we do We do wonderful. It looks great when we get done, and it's very impressive, and I know you'll be impressed with what you create. And if you've never joined me for one, I'm inviting you. Please join me on the 17th right here at Fruit of the Vine, May 17th, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Please join me, and we're going to paint. And if you would like the template for that, you can send me an email for that too. fotvart@gmail.com. Easy to remember. FOTV, Fruit of the Vine Art @gmail.com. Okay, so now I'm going to do my wonderful little paper towel trick, I guess is what you want to call it. That's what I do all the time here. Why don't we just use this one? It's got a few more spaces that still aren't all filled up with paint. All I do is I just take dirty old paper towels that I've used 1,000 times before, and I dip them in the paint over here. And then I just start putting it on in the background. And it gives you a nice, just fun look to it. Squeeze it up a little bit. Get it to where you can use it in different ways. Work it down in here. Get me a little more paint. Work it over here. And we don't have to even fill in the whole background. We can just leave the background and spots white. It doesn't hurt anything. We're just outlining things a little bit. We can squeeze this together and make it go right down in here. We don't want to get too close to it though. Tilt it over here a little bit. Bring it down in through here a little bit. Just touching it in spots. Let me go back over here and get a little bit more. Bring it in a little closer. That's still real wet looking right there, so I'm picking up excess paint. That's what I'm doing. I'm going back over here and getting some more of that paint and bringing it over here. I'm going to squeeze it real close together and go right up in between right there. Like I said, I'm not going to fill it all the way in. I'm just going to put it around in here. Around the bottom of the arms. And you just put a couple of little spots in here. Don't want to get too greedy though, or next thing you know, I'll be touching my leaves. Which wouldn't hurt nothing. Because you know what? You can't make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you let it dry. Paint over it. No mistakes. There you go. Simple enough. Get a little more of this wet looking paint right here. Just work it around a little bit more because I want it to just dry real quick. Simple little background. Doesn't take a lot. Uses very little paint. Now you could take that and just paint it all the way in if you wanted to, but you know, I kind of like it like that. That helps those little vines kind of stand out around the side, don't you think? I kind of think it looks cute that way, without filling it all the way in. And it's real simple. So, I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm going to go back over here and get my brush. Go into that light green. And then I'm just going to take that And bring it right up through here too. Give me some more of that. Work it around that way, and then I'm just going to put a little bit on the side of the leaf. And it don't matter which side. It doesn't have to be the right side or the left side or the top side or the bottom side. It doesn't matter. Just put a little bit of it on there. It's just a little variation in color. That's what you're looking for. And it's not even much lighter, but it's light enough. I know for me it looks different here with the bright lights and what I see, and then compared to what you're seeing. But we're going to use a little bit of white, and we're going to use a little bit of black too, and we're going to add some other highlights to this. So I'm just going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to take this brush and just drag that light green right up through here. Turn it a little bit. There we go. Touch that one and put it at this side. Just put some over on this one, and put some on this one, and put a little bit on this one, and a little bit on that one. Not being picky about it, just blob it on there in a little spot, a little splatch here, a little splatch there. See my technical terms? I'm splatching it now. Have you ever splatted your It's not splatting. I'm splatching it. Who knows? Make it up as you go, right? Just go. That's the whole thing. That's the main thing. Just go. Just do it. Just paint. Just enjoy yourself. That's the best. That's the main thing. Okay. Let's get a little bit of white. Oh, just a little bit. If I get it to come down here, I don't have much in this bottle. I'm going to have to get some more out. There we go. That's all I need. And just a little bit of black. There we go. Get that green off of there. All right, now we're just going to take the white and just, it doesn't matter which side, just take you aside and just make you a little bit of white on there. Just put you some white on one side of the leaf. Doesn't matter which side, just put you a glob of white on there. Just kind of pick a spot, any spot. It's like take a card, any card. Just pick a spot, put a little bit of white on there. Okay, do the same thing over here. Maybe there. Right here, this side. Let me get just a little more. Right there, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit here, and just a little bit right here. Right up into that little twisted leaf right there at the end. There we go. And then I want you to just take a little bit and just get a little bit in just a couple of spots. On the vine itself. Do the same thing over here, just a little bit in a couple of the spots. That little pink was right there. It's like, what the heck is that on there? Thought I'd smashed it up somehow there. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to get most of the white off of here. I'm just going to take my brush and get most of the white off. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of white streaks. Can't really see that, can you? Just a little bit of white streaks in the water. Just to kind of give it a little variation and look to it there. A little bit of atmosphere maybe. Maybe that's what it's missing, a little atmosphere going around it. Just putting some little white highlights in there, just little fun little white highlights. Just to give it a little bit of an atmosphere to our little earth here. Show this little earth some love, guys. Yeah. Let's see, I didn't do the little hearts inside of the eyes. I'm not sure if I can do that with this brush. I think I can. Just bring it up that way. There we go. Yeah, they still look like little hearts. It still looks like little hearts inside of the eye. Just had to do it real careful like. Just real careful like. Here, we'll put another little bit of white like right here above here. There for her eyebrows. There you go. There, that's enough atmosphere. Let's take a little bit of white and just go whoosh right up here on the side, and just go whoosh right up here on this side. And we'll go whoosh right around this way. And another little whoosh right around this way. Ooh, those look like our eyebrows now, don't they? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I whooshed it too much there, huh? Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Let me touch into this black here. We're just going to go over the mouth. Make our mouth show up better. There we go. Just a happy little planet, huh? Okay, now we're going to do just kind of the same thing, but we're going to do it a little bit on the outside. So just a line here, a line over there, and a line there, and a line here, and a little line going around there. And, well, we'll make a little line here, and a little line there, and just a line there, and a little line under the curly Q and around there, and around that way. And just making some little fun little black lines just for show, just for fun. And we'll make one come right up through there, and one over here, and over on that side, and one over there. Just a little bit. Just for a little bit of movement of the vines where they're just kind of moving a little. Just bring that up right there. Just going to outline this right here inside this palm. So that you can see that shape of the planet properly. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Let's bring this up. Oh, there goes my notifications. Sorry guys, I didn't turn that off again. Once again, just tip the finger off a little bit here. You don't have to outline everything. I'm just cleaning up a few spots is really all you gotta do. You see a few spots where it looks a little messy? It doesn't have to be an outline of everything. Just go back and just clean up a little bit. Right around through there. Right there. Tip of that finger. Right inside. And you can even, no, I don't think I will do that. I think I'll just leave that be. And you know what? I think I'm just going to call it a done deal. I like the way it looks. It's a cute little thing. I'm going to stop right there. Just going to sign it at the bottom. Let's put our JSS right here. Shoop, shoop. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope you have a fantastic Earth Day this Friday. Have a great night, and I will see you again on Saturday. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Bye now. Oh, once again, if you want the template, fotvart@gmail.com. Bye.